Finally, the 18 pan palette from Byredo has been released. It's usually released in April, early May, but this year it's been pushed back and now we are in September, and finally we're able to get this new palette, Bibliophilia. Such a tongue twister for me. There was a little teaser release from Nordstrom. I believe it was just available for a couple of hours. I missed that, so I did not get the palette then. But now it's available on Byredo's website and other retailers. I don't see it yet on Nordstrom or back on Nordstrom, but at least now Byredo has it on their website. I did purchase this palette at the store, I believe a couple of days ago, so I have been having fun playing with this, but let's go ahead and get into this new palette from Byredo. Bibliophilia. Now the word bibliophilia means the love of books. And if we look at the cover of this palette, it has a page, and I want to say it's from Sense and Sensibility, because I do see the word or the name Mr. Dashwood. And in Sense and Sensibility, love that movie, love that movie. There are the three Dashwood girls, Eleanor, Marianne, and the youngest one is Margaret. It's a novel by Jane Austen, and I believe this is what this page is. If you all know, let me know, but the only thing I can go by is with Mr. Dashwood and with the Dashwood girls. And of course there's Willoughby and Colonel Brandon. Oh my gosh, Alan Rickman is Colonel Brandon. He played that part really well when Marianne is sick and he's pacing the floor and he tells Eleanor, please give me an occupation or I shall go mad, because he wants to help Marianne get better. And you could just kind of see the love and the anguish. I don't know. I just love that part in that movie.
What can I do?
Colonel, you have done so much already.
Give me an occupation, Miss Dashwood, or I shall run mad.
She would be easier if her mother were here.
Of course.
But anywho, I think I went off tangent, but I do believe that this page is from Sense and Sensibility. And again, if I'm wrong, please let me know. And I've been looking on Byredo's website and it doesn't even say what page this is. When they describe the palette, it says that it's housed in a mirrored case, adorned with a crisp paper motif that merges literary inspiration and sophistication. But I digress. So this palette does come in that mirrored case, just like all the other Byredo palettes. And it does have a picture of a crumpled page, and this here, I want to say it's very thin. It's like a sticker, and I'm afraid that if I go to it, yeah, it's a sticker. It is kind of coming off, so I don't want to peel that off. I hope it comes there. Yeah, so this is a sticker. Where the other Byredo palettes has more of a raised motif there. So this one's a little bit flat and it's a sticker. And let me show you the back, and it does have the names of the shades in this palette. It does have a magnetic closure, and when you open it up, it does have a big mirror with B for Byredo. And here are the 18 shades of Bibliophilia. I can never say that word. Lucia Pica created Bibliophilia to echo the mood and atmosphere of the library. Here, ideas are awakened, opening doors to exploration, to solace, to beauty, and surprise. With 18 captivating shades that are inspired by a range of old and new books found in the library, Bibliophilia invites you to embrace the colors that speak to you, an exquisite version of a familiar place. The earthy tones of delicate beige, warm ochre, soft gold, and varying browns mingle with vibrant pops of rich copper and Lucia's signature reds in bold burgundy tones. There are three finishes: creamy metallics, luminous satins, and velvety mattes. This palette is limited edition and it costs $115. I know it's pricey, but we are getting 18 shades in here. And when you look at it, you do see more of a cool tone side and a warm tone side. The cool tone grays and browns and the warm tone coppers and golds. So let me bring you in closer and let's start swatching Bibliophilia. On Byredo's website, there's no description of the shades, and the names of the shades are kind of small on the back, so I did write them on my notebook here, just the name of the shades, but I'm surprised there aren't descriptions of the shades here, but we'll try to do our best. So let's go into this first shade, which is Mind Solace, and the Byredo shadows are very creamy. We'll get into that later, but do love the formula of these shadows from Byredo. So here's the first one, which is Mind Solace. And this is kind of like a light gold metallic. It's not very glittery. There is a glittery shade in here, but this one, it is very smoothing, very pretty. Then we have Wordsmith, which is kind of like a white metallic shade, and it's very bright. This next one is Chronicle, which is a cool tone matte, kind of like a cool tone gray. And even though it is a cool tone gray, it's not very ashy on my skin. I hope you can see that there, because I've seen some ashy grays. Now let's go into the warm section. This one is Epitome, and this one's more like my skin tone. Then we have Author's Note. I would say this is a little bit more on the satiny side. I don't think it's very much like a matte. And then the last one on the first row, it is, I guess, a white creamy matte. And the name of the shade is Alliteration. Now the first shade in the second row, I believe that's Archivist. I think that's how you pronounce it. And this one is a little bit on the ashy side on me. This one is Epilogue. And this one's also more like my skin tone as well. This would probably use as a bronzer. I should have tried that. I did use one of the shades as a blush. Then we have Librarium, which is a gray taupe metallic. And then this shade is Bibliophilia, and this is what I also use as a blush for this look. Kind of like a terracotta. Again, it is very smooth, very creamy. This one is Gateway, always over my wrist bone there. This one has some shine to it. It's very pretty. It's kind of like a fiery copper. And the last one on the second row, it is Words of Wisdom. Now for the last row, this one is Passage of Time. And this one, wow, that one's very bright. And I would say this has a little bit of a duochrome to it too. And it is a little bit more glittery than the other metallic shades, and this is what I used for this look. But I have to say, this one's very shiny, like liquid gold almost. And then we have Bookshop, and this is the deepest shade in the palette. And it's kind of like a, I guess, a gray brown. It's very deep, and it's not very cool for my skin tone. And again, just look how creamy it looks. I'm gonna switch sides, and I'm not very good with my right hand. This one is Manuscript. And this is more like a neutral brown on me. Now let's go into these fiery red coppery shades. And that's Soul Escape. And I mean, look how it swatches. This is more of a satin shade, and it's very smoothing. I know I'm gonna say that a lot, but it's very pretty. Now I did not use this shade in any of my looks, yeah, but I will in the future. Next is Mind Reader. Now this one, it's a little bit more, I guess, pink. Let me just take off my watch real quick. And it does have a little bit of some orange in there. It is very fiery though. And then the last one, it's what I have in the outer corner in this look, and that's Biblioteca. I believe that's how you pronounce it. And that one, this one's beautiful. This deep berry shade, that one is beautiful. So here are the swatches of Bibliophilia. So I did 4 looks with this palette, 2 with the cool side and 2 with the warm side. And I thought I was gonna do a look kind of incorporating both sides, but I'll do that another time. So let's go and get into the looks, and I'll see you on the other side. And here are the finished looks. Now what I did to finish these looks, I did use a black liquid liner for the top lash line and this eye pencil from Byredo Kali Kali in the lower lash line and in the waterline, just to give it that, you know, dramatic effect. And on this side, I did use a brown liquid liner and this pencil from Byredo Bora Bora, which is brown. I placed that in the lower lash line and in my waterline. And these are two totally different looks, as you can see. And before I sat down, I did go outside and my husband saw me and I asked him which side he likes better, and he was looking at me as like, you know, I kind of like them both because they're both very different. He's getting good. He's really getting good. So I don't know which one I like better. Maybe this side just a smidgen better because I like that dramatic look. And this deep shade, this one right here, I do like that tone of it. I do like how it looks on my lids or on my lid. It's very creamy, doesn't show texture, and I just love that color. Now the first shade that I used, I believe is this one. That one didn't show up much when I placed it in the crease. And then I believe it was this one. I'm getting confused when I look in the viewfinder in the mirror and then I look at it. I'm getting confused with my left and right hand, but I think I used this one or this one. Wow, I can't remember. But the second shade that I used showed up a little bit better than this one. And I don't know, I do like how it looks in the mirror in front of me and love that deep shade. This shade, I was a little, you know, kind of intimidated with this red shade because it's very shiny. If I'm not careful, it will just, I don't know, not look right for me. But when I use that brown shade in my crease, that one's pretty too. But when I use that shade, it just makes it look a little bit better. And then using that white matte, just kind of brighten it up and add a little bit of a pink to it. But this one's not bad as well. What do you think, guys? I don't know what I'm going to do in the next two looks. I do want to use a little bit more of the browns and maybe the deeper cranberry shades and then maybe some more of these metallic shades. But so far, Byredo shadows, yeah, they are in a class of its own. So let's go and get into the next two looks. For this eye, I'm still going to try to use the cooler side because I want to try this shade and of course place that in my crease. I mean, that's really a pretty color. You know, this one's kind of like a soft, cool brown that if I just wanted a one and done, this would be really pretty along with this one. I love this shade, this one right here. And let me go into this shade, blend the edge out on the top there. Oh, that blended out the edges really nice. I'm gonna go back into this shade and just kind of build up the outer corner. You know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and place that shade on my lid because I see that it has a little bit of a shimmer to there. Yeah, I like this look by itself, just those two shades. I want to use this shade because it does look like it's a duochrome. It has a little bit of a gold shift. And let me just kind of place that in the center. And then using the brush with just a little bit of that shadow and just kind of blend out the edges here. Oh, that's pretty. That's real pretty. There is some fallout here, some glitter on my cheeks, but that's pretty. I think even just those two shades would be pretty on its own, but adding this, yeah. For this side, let's go into this kind of like a terracotta shade. Oh, that one's pigmented. Oh, probably should not have gone all in with that. And just kind of put that in my crease there. Yeah, this one's got some pigment. Let me try to get a fluffy brush and blend that out. I wonder how this one will look like as a blush, because that's very pretty. All right, I hope I blended that out, because that one's pigmented. Let me go into this light tan shade and just do the same thing, just kind of diffuse the edge up here. Now let's go into this deep cranberry shade and place that in the outer corner. And then let's go into this gold shade and let's place you right here. And actually, let's go ahead and go all the way in. That's very festive. Let me just go in with a small shader brush and just kind of bring that into my crease. Don't see any fallout with that gold metallic shade, but do see it with this one. So let me go ahead and clean up and I'll be back to do underneath my eyes. For this side, let's go into this shade and place that underneath. Let's just bring it all over, all the way in. I don't know if I placed that metallic shade underneath my eyes because with my wrinkles and dryness, I don't think it'll look good. So I'm just gonna keep it like a matte look. And then for underneath this side, let's go into this brown shade and just do the same thing. For my waterline on this side, I'm going to use the Victoria Beckham in the shade Night Flash. It's a little bit more of a gunmetal shade. And let's put that in my waterline. and Tightline. And for this side, also from Victoria Beckham, the shade Bronze. And this one's kind of a satin finish bronze. And do the same thing. And I'm going to do this off camera, but I am going to use a liquid liner on both sides, a black liquid liner. But before I do that, let me go ahead, let me just try to use this shade as a blush. Let me just try. I'm going to use a small brush and just lightly tap because it is pigmented, and just kind of tap off the excess. Oh yeah, this is very pigmented. I mean, it's pretty, it kind of blends in with the eye look. Actually, it's not bad. You just need to go very lightly, probably with more of a fluffier brush. This one's not a fluffy brush. It's one I just found in front of me. Quickly go with the other side. It is a pretty shade for a blush. I probably do need to blend it out a little bit more, but let me go ahead and finish the eye look, finish the face and my hair, and I'll be right back. And here are the finished looks, and what do you think, guys? I really do like the 4 looks, but the ones I really do like the most, I think, are these 2. And I think this one's my favorite look. I just love how it just looks so kind of natural without being so dramatic. So I could probably use this one as an everyday look. This one's a little bit more, you know, dramatic, evening look. And that first look as well is very dramatic. I do like using that duochrome as a little pop of light in the center of my lid. And that coppery shade, it's very pretty, and it's not showing any texture at all. Let me see here, it's Passage of Time. This one, it is a little bit more glittery and there is some fallout, and I'm also seeing it transfer to the upper part of my lid. So I'm seeing a little bit, the shadows kind of rubbing off here in my crease and transferring to the upper part of my lids. I'll try to figure it out, try to make it stick, but it's such a pretty combo with those neutral, cool tone browns. I love this look for a very dramatic look, and this one as well. The matte shades are very creamy, pigmented, buildable, and it just looks so smoothing on my mature lids. The satins has some light to it, but the metallics, I mean, that has some beauty to it, and we can make a lot of looks with this palette. I know it's $115, but you are getting 18 shades in here, and the quality of the shades are top notch. I mean, the Byredo shadows, I love them. I love all the palettes that I have. I have 4 of them. No, 3 of them. I did not get the first one. Can't remember what the name of that one was, but it's very colorful. And I didn't really get into Byredo until the second 18 pen palette came, which I believe was Floral Kalahari. And then Remembrance and Mineralscapes. Those are just so beautiful. But this one, when I first saw it, I thought, oh, you know, you got the cool tone sides, you got your reds, but I don't know. I kind of like the looks that I did with these. And again, the quality is there. Now, I have noticed that I'm not seeing any transfer from one shade to the next shade. I don't know if the dividers are higher. I don't think so, because I've always had that problem. Like, let's take a look at Remembrance, how some of the shade just kind of transfer into the next shade. And then Floral Kalahari, you see this one, how this is my favorite brown matte shade, how it transfers to this one. Well, since I have this one out, let me swatch this red shade and let's compare it with the red shades here. Yeah, it's a little bit similar to this one. I would say it's a mixture of these 2 shades. I hope you can see this one's a mixture of these 2 shades. No, sorry, these 2 shades. Where it's a little bit deeper than this one. This one's a little bit brighter and pinker, and this one's a little bit more subdued. So yeah, I would say that this one's a combination of these 2. And then let me swatch that Fiery Copper shade next to you. Yeah, this one's a little bit more pink. This one's a little bit more golden. The one in Bibliophilia. And then let's go into Remembrance with this shade. And let me put you here. Yeah, this one's a little bit more browner than this one. And I think that's all that I can see that's similar with the 3 palettes that I have. So with this palette, Bibliophilia, I do like it. And I have to admit, when I first saw this side, I was going to be, you know, a little intimidated and a little worried because some of these cool tone shades, these cool tone gray shades could look a little dirty, but not with the shades here. And it just blends out. I mean, I just love how it blends out. And I know some people could be worried with reds because it may look like you're sick, but I just don't see it with the shades here. But then again, I did not use it underneath my eyes. I use more browns. So I'll keep playing with these shades and I'll let you know. And oh, this shade here, I think it's Bibliophilia. The one I use as a blush. I think it's very pretty as a blush. You just need to go very lightly and with a fluffy brush. And I think that is a pretty terracotta shade. So I do like this palette, and I hope that this page is from Sense and Sensibility, the sticker right here. But again, let me know what you think, and it's already getting dirty. Oh, Look at that. It's already getting dirty now. I know the mirror packaging, it does get dirty, but my sticker, my book page, I guess it makes it look antique that way, you know, the old books. But anywho, I do like this palette from Byredo, and I'm glad it's finally here. We waited several months for this palette, and I hope next year, are they going to push it back until September again? Or will we get another one in the springtime? That would be nice if they did that. Alright, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video of me trying the new Byredo palette, Bibliophilia. And if you liked and enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you can see more videos like this. And you'll have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.